Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My pit boss is going on 7 years old, and I do a lot of searing, so it sees a lot of high temp use, and eventually you're going to see your firebox just completely burn away. There's supposed to be a few little holes, but not big chunks missing out of the wall like that one. So we are going to replace this unit. We've got 4 mounting bolts to take off. Now these are all pretty corroded, so I'm going to hit them with some release agent. I think I have some PB Blaster in the garage, but don't bother getting the just about $50 replacement part from Pit Boss. Get yourself an upgraded unit, ceramic coated, for less than half the price, just over 20 bucks. We've got one set screw for the igniter, and it's basically just a big soldering iron, and it slides in the tip, pokes out the side, and that's what actually lights the fuel during the process. You can see it just sticking out there on the left, and then that whole big square will just lift out. And we'll drop this one back in, reuse the same bolts, assuming they're good, and that'll be it. The dang nozzle stuck in the down position, so my PB Blaster went spraying everywhere. Now, the bolts seem to fit the 5/16 the best on a couple of them, but a couple of these are especially rounded out, so it's a pretty loose fit. I have a feeling I'm gonna be needing these. So halfway done, the PB Blaster really didn't do much. What I'm ending up having to do is chisel away around each bolt head with a screwdriver and a little mallet, and just getting up under there. I think it's a combination of the vibration, kicking it loose, and breaking the seal for all the baked on crud around there, because nothing is even making that budge. Even the locking pliers were just rounding them off. Now with the 4 bolts finally out, the cup will slide this way, and then we'll be able to just kind of pivot it. The igniter will still be connected by a wire. So I figured out the trick here. Rotate it clockwise, and that clears the igniter from the tube. Then you can turn it over. So this is basically just like a big soldering iron tip. Just loosen the set screw, pull the cup off. And here's a close-up of the old one versus the new. Really thin metal, just plain old steel. And the new one, nice and thick coated. But before I put that back in, time for a deep clean while we're stripped down this much. Usually I just use my little one sitting out here just to get all the loose ash and all that before each cook, but I don't do a full clean regularly because it doesn't do anything. Had to break out the big boy. That's better. All right, now we just feed the igniter into the new cup, tighten its set screw, slide that back in, put the bolts back in, and we should be done. So looking on here, just to locate the proper position, there's no kind of stop. This will actually insert a good couple inches too far. So what you have to do is look for the little spot here where the old set screw was. So that way you know it only sticks out about 1 centimeter past the end. So it ends up just about that when it's fully installed. Just like that. Now because these bolts are already weak, I am not cranking them down. And if I was ever planning on having to do this again, I would be putting in new bolts. But I'm going to be getting a different grill before that ever happens. So now you just put your grates back together and you're done. Hope this helps. I'll put a link down below to the part.